So March Madness was caught tweeting some pretty problematic things, and it's been hashtag canceled. No, I'm only fooling. March Madness was canceled for some totally unknown reason. So with this cancellation, people keep asking me, Zandy, without March Madness, are you going to lose the will to live? To which I respond, I lost the will to live a long time ago. But just because our fear of death is keeping us indoors, that doesn't mean we still can't have some fun, right? So with that in mind, here's my simulated March Madness bracket, including a play-by-play as to what would have happened in the finals. The website 538 has done statistical analysis and has determined their definitive Final Four, that being Kansas, Gonzaga, Maryland, and Michigan State. But I'm a professional, I like to forge my own path. So with that in mind, here are my picks for March Madness 2020. My Final Four are Kansas, Gonzaga, Maryland, and Michigan State. And here's what you've been waiting for. The Final Two are Kansas and Gonzaga. And here's exactly how that Final Two matchup would have played out. To preface this, I'd like to say that I could get in a lot of trouble for saying this. Gonzaga is really hungry for the win this year, and to the point where they're willing to do anything to win March Madness. They've set up a secret program that only me and other sports buffs are privy to. And this program is designed to steal talent from NBA basketball players. Patrick Ewing, Larry Johnson, Charles Barkley, Muggsy Bogues, and Sean Bradley. They will all be rendered incapable of playing basketball as a result of Gonzaga stealing their talent. But Kansas has a secret weapon up their sleeves, Udoka Azubuike, who reluctantly agreed to transfer to Kansas after the Gonzaga players squish him into the shape of a basketball and bounce him around like one. There's also a new arrival named Christian Braun, who joins the team thanks to his amazing talent. The game begins, and despite Udoka Azubuike's leadership, Gonzaga dominates the first half of the game. Silvio De Sousa motivates the beleaguered Kansas team with a special drink called Udoka's Secret Stuff, and Gonzaga's commanding lead becomes significantly lessened as the game progresses. In the second half, Gonzaga, under orders from Mark Few, begin playing even dirtier than before. As a result, the Kansas players are injured one by one, leaving only Udoka Azubuike, Silvio De Sousa, Christian Braun, and Daffy Duck left, leaving them one player short. Reluctantly, Udoka Azubuike puts the injured Mitch Lightfoot into the game. Though he's quickly taken out of action, they do manage to take the Gonzaga lead down to just 1 point. The referee tells them that if there's no fifth player, Kansas will have to forfeit the game. And at the very last second, Bill Murray appears in the stadium and joins them, breaking the fourth wall along the way. With only seconds left, Bill Murray pulls some clever maneuvers, getting the ball to Udoka Azubuike, extending his arm to superhuman lengths since the laws of physics work differently in Kansas. Udoka Azubuike makes the final basket and wins the game for Kansas with a final score of 78-77. At Udoka Azubuike's request, Gonzaga reluctantly returns the stolen talent to the NBA players by transferring it into a basketball, which is how they stored the talent earlier in the season. Refusing to return to Washington State, the former Gonzaga players decide to stay in Kansas. Suffice it to say, it would have been a hell of a March Madness season, which probably would have grossed over $230 million for the NCAA organization. And considering that the NCAA doesn't pay their players, that would have been all profit. So that's March Madness 2020. I don't know how to end the video.